I just know what I want. I want a big home for family to come home to. My big goal with having a big home out on this property is for our kids to come home. Having those extra bedrooms for them is really, really important. I know what I wanted when I was a young mom. I wanted to go home to my parents and see them. And having the space, me and my kids and my sister and her kids to stay was really, really cool and important. So that's what I want to recreate and want to have. Can you guys come in the living room so I can talk to you guys? I need to let my kids know that we're not all gonna be together for Thanksgiving. It's hard because I don't want them to feel sad and rejected, but I don't know how they couldn't feel that way. I mean, like, I don't know how to stop them from feeling that way. It's just, that's how I feel. He has this big scar on his face, and it was like, oh, now he's not going to be as pretty, kind of a thing. Like, Dayton's a good-looking kid in my head, you know. I think he's very handsome, and he's got this scar, and I'm just like, okay, so our girl's going to still think that's attractive or whatever. And it's hard to be a plural wife when your husband has a wife leaving him. And most men in monogamy, they go do stupid stuff and they date whoever and they're angry and they're pissed and women suck. He's dealing with that while he's married. And I've told him several times, I feel like he's lining up all women and I'm there too, and you're there and you're there.
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, April 26, 2024. I've been digging through archives, going through unseen footage in the United States, digging through bonus footage, trying to do a bigger deep dive into the sister wives implosion and the world of polygamy and everything that Kody Brown was doing along with his wife Robyn to attempt to alienate themselves and alienate the others from them so that they could have their life that they wanted as monogamists and also still have the luxury of the money that they wanted from the other wives. I just know what I want. I want a big home for family to come home to. My big goal with having a big home out on this property is for our kids to come home. And as I've been digging through this information, you guys have been loving these videos, so we're going to keep on going. You know, I did a video yesterday about Cody being very cruel to Christine. There were some comments left on my channel about how some of you just did not believe that Cody was smart enough to scam the women and make a plan to isolate the women away from communities and use tactics to strip them from access to money and resources. And I think the Kody Brown you see on the show, you really need to dial back and remember that that's the doofy character that he's playing on the show, because tactics used in polygamy, often by men, are very simple. And he's following sort of a template of what these guys do. A lot of the guys that have wives, they will take steps to try to destabilize the women to have control over them, which includes not allowing them to have financial control of anything. And if they follow the rules of their culture, which is the AUB, their own former prophet Owen Allred flat out said that women should never be able to control the finances, literally ever, and that all the money should belong to the man. So Cody is following these templates, and he also is following a strategy of, I need to get access to the money before they leave me. And Cody only cares about money. He's very calculated, he's very manipulative, and he would not be as successful on Sister Wives if he was not skilled at selling lies to these women in order to get his needs met. So he is smart when it comes to manipulation, extremely smart. And it doesn't take a whole lot to manipulate women that are indoctrinated and who have self-esteem issues that have been berated by a man in this culture. I want to show you a clip of Cody talking about, in a bonus clip, the money and why he was angry at Christine about leaving, and it did come down to money.
I'm angry that she's trying to sell the house. I'm angry. The house was supposed to be an asset for our whole family. It was my house too. We give her the down payment, but the ownership is mutual. And we took everything we had at the time, everything we had at the time, to help her basically to buy it.
Cody was mad that she was leaving a home that he no longer was on the deed of, a home that he no longer owned title to and was not on a mortgage for. By the time that Christine left Cody, Cody had quit claim deed himself off the title of the home, and she refinanced her mortgage without him. She did this in 2020 and left him in 2021. He was only jointly on the mortgage and the home with her for like 2 years, and then she took over everything on her own. And he did this because Robyn was mad at him for being on mortgages with other women because it was affecting her desire to have a home and made it harder for her to get qualified for her house. Cody is speaking like every dollar that this family makes is his own, which is not true. He's also acting like she hasn't worked for this money by being on Sister Wives. Not to mention, Christine Brown put money down to help them pay for Coyote Pass. So the property that she owned with Cody on Coyote Pass had no mortgage on it because Christine was able to give money for Coyote Pass. Cody, mind you, during this period, Christine had to save money to pay for Isabel to get surgery for her back. She had to raise $50,000 of her own because Cody didn't have insurance for her and didn't give her a cent for the surgery. And then he's arguing and mad about the money. So he didn't care about the money she had to spend. He didn't care about the money she gave for Coyote Pass. All he cared about was at one point in time, he helped with this house. It's asinine, but he's mad about the money because he thinks all the money is his. And he's mad because he can't have the money. It all comes down to money.
It took my credit. It made it so I couldn't invest because it literally took all my credit. It made it very, very difficult for Robyn and I to buy a house because it took my credit. I'm struggling to accept that this has changed, that what we have always done stopped working for Christine.
So I actually speak Cody, and what he meant there is that he is struggling with the fact that Christine no longer will allow him to use her for money, and she's not satisfied with the scraps that he's giving her because, how dare she want to move on with her life and have someone, a partner that helps her, contributes to her, doesn't use her. He's struggling that she's changed her mind about what he was doing and worked for him, which was Cody got all the money, and so did Robyn, because Robyn wanted that big house. Robyn wanted that house filled with paintings. And he's saying that he wasn't able to invest, and yet he was, because he bought art, he bought Rolex watches, he bought Tiffany jewelry, he bought David Yurman jewelry, he bought cars, he bought trinkets for Robyn. They traveled all the time. Robyn in Cody's house is literally filled to the brim with just crap that they bought, which I'm highly suspecting this was done so that they wouldn't have any money for the women to take from them if they were to leave. We're just going to spend all the money and then you can't come for our money. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And what is he investing in? Art? Tacky art?
Ladies, the property is our only asset, okay? It's the only asset we really own. I'm 52, and we need something that's an income for essentially what you'd call retirement. I plan on working till I'm 80. I don't know what I'll be doing because I like doing stuff, but I don't want to punch in a time clock either. So I need to be able to fund the stuff that I do, and I want to make sure we've got income property.
Cody was so busy squandering money of the family by spending it on Robyn, filling up her house with junk, and buying her things to keep her satisfied and to keep her happy, because he promised her when they got together that he would always take care of her. And she only married him because of the promise that he made that he would take care of her. And this idea that she had financial security through the show and that he was going to be a wealthy man. And she bought into this in order for him to keep his con up of being able to provide her the luxury that she demands. Cody has to do maneuvering with the other women to get money from them because he's not doing it on his own. The odd thing here is that this guy has been on reality television for, at this point, I think this is 2021 or 2020, and it's like he had been on reality TV for 13 years. And I cannot fathom anyone having reality TV fame for that long, knowing how much money these shows can make, and he has zero to show for it. He had property that had mortgages on it, homes with mortgages. He apparently doesn't put any money in savings. McKelty said he doesn't do that. He's not into banks. So he has nothing invested. And he continues to spend the money as fast as he makes it, which all of his kids have said. He doesn't save money. So he was going to turn the 4 lots into 7 lots and become, it was going to become like some sort of compound, and he was going to rent out these homes. It's insane. And he's never worried about the finances of the women. He's only ever worried about his finances because he owns all the money. And I'll show you a clip about Robyn feeling like she was bamboozled into this family regarding like if they had any issues, because they did put their best foot forward when they met her. And then Cody admitting that, yes, they did kind of hide things.
When I came into the family, I thought it was a certain thing. I thought it was a certain thing, but then I did find that there was a lot of fractures that were there that they had tried to patch up and fix or just not address because they didn't know how. And there were issues that were there that I was surprised to find, and I did not realize it until after I got married to Cody and I started to get to know things better.
This interview with her was in the end of season 16. It was right after Christine had left, and she is 100% admitting that within the span of a few months, maybe a couple years, she recognized that there was a lot of problems in this family, lots of fractures, lots of underlying issues that had not been resolved, lots of hard feelings, resentments, and issues that had been swept under the rug, ignored, or covered up from her by them so that she would join the family. I am absolutely not surprised by this, and I don't know what here is true, but all of them have 100% admitted that they put their best foot forward to meet her. And Cody is a narcissist, so he was going to love bomb her, give her gifts, shower her with praise. And he did this because other men in the culture and the cult were after her, and he wanted to win. Like, he wanted to win, and he wanted her kids. So he made promises to her and made it look like things were more ideal than they were. It doesn't change the fact that she also had her own motives by going after him because she wanted to be on a reality show. She was after fame. She was after money. It is really like the tale of two people that deserve each other colliding, and two people in the wrong way. Like, I mean, they shouldn't have come together. The family was a mess before Robyn was involved. And Robyn is also saying these things because she doesn't want to say that she's the one to blame. This family was a mess before Robyn came in. They were. Robyn did not have anything to do with the issues that Mary and Janelle had. She had nothing to do with the issues that Christine and Mary had, or the kids had with Mary. That was all before Robyn. Janelle had already left multiple times before Robyn came into the picture. Christine had been unhappy leading up to Robyn coming into the picture. Mary and Cody nearly divorced and split up completely before Robyn came into the picture. So to act as though she didn't know, or that for fans to act like she destroyed the family, is really naive. The family was a mess before. But on top of that, she's saying that once she found these things out, she didn't really, know what to do with them, because what do you do with that? You know what I mean? But Cody had made promises to her, so he's going to have to figure out a way to make it work. Cody's explanation is interesting.
Well, Robyn comes in the family.
Yeah.
She had seen a lot of things. We had our best foot forward. She saw a lot of things that were amazing and beautiful, and she wanted to be a part of. So she came in to play the team game, probably a B+ maybe. But her sister wives have really, that has rolled downhill to her.
So Cody's response to her feeling like she had the wool pulled over her eyes and that these issues created problems with her developing relationships, which isn't really the case. It's just that Cody had such a mess of a family and they covered it up. He's admitting it, like, we put our best foot forward. we showed her something that wasn't true, is what he's saying. But instead of taking the accountability himself, he's like, well, Robyn gives everyone an A+ to start, and then her opinion changes as she learns more information. He's like, well, I'm a B+ probably, but the sister wives are the ones that really made this fail. It's not my fault that all this happened. It's their fault, right? So I put my best foot forward. They didn't. You know, it's insane. Robyn takes no responsibility of recognizing that she's walking into a minefield. She knew what she was walking into to a certain extent. Cody takes no responsibility for bringing a woman into a minefield and then using that system that he's got to keep her happy by buying her crap. And because I think he has failed to live up to his promises to her, he is constantly liquidating and spending money so that she won't leave. And when they were trying to move to Utah, or when Christine wanted to move to Utah, you know, he told Christine that people in the family would be upset with this idea. They don't think it's safe. And he was lobbying for Robyn's side, right? During the time that she kicked out Christine, Robyn admitted that she would kick Cody out frequently if he didn't do what she wanted. So there was always a threat that Robyn held over his head that if he didn't fall in line for her, that she would leave him. And he apparently didn't want that.
Actually, he uses it less, I think, than the wives do. But sometimes, I mean, I know I've done it with him where I'm like, well, if you're going to have a problem with me and we're having this issue and you're going to act like that, there's another house over there you can stay at. Because I have sister wives, I have this kind of luxury of go stay somewhere else. And I try really hard not to do that to him, but I have said it to him a few times.
So when Cody's not acting right, Cody's not giving her what he wants, Cody has an issue with her about something, say Cody's mad at her because she spent money that didn't belong to her. Say Cody brings a grievance to her for one of the other sister wives and says, hey, why did you do this to her? And she doesn't want to hear it. Like, for instance, the time where I heard that some of the wives had found out she was spending money from the family pot like it was her own, and when they went to go look for the money, it was gone. And when they confronted her, she told Cody, if you don't like it, you can go with your other wives. You can go live with them and I'll leave you. So she's manipulating him that if he doesn't act right, she'll go. And he apparently doesn't want her to leave. So he's willing to do whatever he can to keep her there, which includes allowing her to take the money from the rest of the family, act like a complete jerk, be entitled, want big houses, go on trips, want expensive jewelry, all of these things. He is so motivated to scam the other women for the money that, and Robyn, if she doesn't get what she wants, will threaten to leave, that it's like when these women are walking out the door, it's all about the money. It's about greed. It's about they're watching their easy money walk away because, as Cody said, he doesn't want to punch a clock. He wants money without having to work for it, y'all. Which, fine, I understand. You want to have investments. That's not uncommon. He wants to scam people to make them work for him so that he doesn't have to work, so that he can buy things for her to keep her happy so that she doesn't leave. It's a very toxic relationship all the way around. And that's their dynamic. It's gross. And they were using Christine for money and using Mary for money and using Janelle for money. Now they don't have that pot anymore. And we'll have to see how long they're able to stay above water because Cody has squandered it away trying to satisfy Robyn's insatiable need and his insatiable need for crap. All right, y'all. That's the truth about why Cody was mad and why Robyn was mad about Christine leaving. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If you have had experience with someone like this as well, leave some thoughts on that. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Click on that thumbs up if you want to, if you enjoyed this video. And click on the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.